Welcome to the Scott Barnes Beauty Academy, and today we're clearly talking about lashes. I made these lashes, and I've got my special guest with me, Tam. Tam, what do you think of these lashes I made?
They're gorgeous. I love them.
So let's talk about making eyelashes. Okay, these I made out of horsehair. I got like this big mane of horsehair from some hair dealer. Right? So lashes are so important. I think lashes are one of the most important things that you can complete a look, or it can really change somebody's look without really a lot of color. So it's not about eyeshadow. So if you need a quick glam on the run, you just put some lashes on and you're good to go. But maybe not anything that's quite this big. So let's talk about lashes. So tell me a little bit. Now, to tell you guys, Tam is with Flutter Lashes. She makes Flutter lashes for all of us, and we're obsessed with them. I'm obsessed with them. It's my go-to lashes. And she's actually designing, Tony and Tam are designing some lashes for the Scott Barnes collection. So we've collaborated, as you guys probably know. I made a lash with them before, and now we're doing a little selection of them. So different styles for different moods and stuff. So I'm gonna ask Tam some questions about lashes, because I've heard a lot of people ask me things like, are these safe? Are you killing animals? And I really thought about bringing a mink on here and plucking him in front of everybody, but I thought maybe that would be a little too mean. So let's demystify some of this mink situation, okay? So, Tam, tell me when you started this company, first of all.
We started this company 4 years now.
Wow.
Yes, so we've been in the business. We know everything that we need to know about eyelashes. And our main collection that we have are our minks. We have over 50 styles in our minks.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, because
and I'm a huge fan of probably like 49 of them.
Yes.
So I use them a lot. There's like one or two that I'm like, okay, it's even a little bit too draggy for me. Okay, because it was like, this was good for editorial. I don't think I would wear this anywhere, specific, except for here, of course, with you. So finish, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we have a wide range. Ours go from natural to evening wear, more dramatic if you want to get more attention, and even to extreme.
I call those dramastic. They're a little bit spastic and dramatic, so it's dramastic. You mesh the words together. It's a mashup. So tell me, like, what's the general price point for, like, okay, I'm new to the mink lash situation and I want to buy a pair. How much are they going to cost me?
It's going to cost you anywhere from $25, and then if you and up to $45.
Okay.
And the $45 is, of course, with the Scott Barnes, just because you're going for exactly.
Yeah, I got it. So so with that being said, how many times can I wear them? Are they reusable? I hear that they're reusable. I should know all this information, but remember, I put lashes on people. Like if I go do a celebrity's makeup, like J-Lo or somebody or anybody, I put lashes on them and then I leave. So I don't know what they do with them after I leave.
Yeah, so our lashes, they're reusable. You could wear them, 20 plus times. It just depends on how well you care for them. So
okay, so let's talk about some maintenance here. What do I do to maintain these bad boys? Let's look at them. Pretty, nice and spacey, and it gives you a little bit of, twinkly eye and all that stuff, right? We love a twinkly eye. It makes you look perky.
Yeah, so what you want to
awake.
So what you want to do once you have the lashes on, to remove them, you just want to get Q-tip and dip it in makeup remover. Just run it on the lash band.
Okay, just right along. Now the lash band is like, in case you don't know, it's right along this little edge right here. And you don't want to get it all over the lash, because then that's a mess. You're going to have oily lashes. We don't want that.
Yeah, just on the lash band, and just let it
gently pull.
Yeah, let it absorb a bit, and then let the
wait, count to 10.
Yeah, just let the maker break down the lash adhesive, so it can gently remove. Once you have that off, I would just remove just the residue of the lash adhesive.
Okay.
And pop them right back into the clear casing here.
So you gotta park it. You gotta park it back on the form so that it keeps its shape, and then you just kind of give them a little,
a little tab, a little dab, a little brush.
Now, could you use like a baby wipe just to kind of clean them off once you get them back on the thing, and let them dry, like so that they.
Yeah, you want to avoid.
So they don't get like makeup.
Yeah.
You don't want to put anything getting them wet. You said,
yeah,
because they might curl up.
Yeah.
You might have permed eyelashes after that. All right, so what do? Just use a Q-tip and like kind of dust them off, because makeup like powder and all that stuff gets on them.
Yeah, it's gonna fall, like any falling. so what you want to do is, if you have any of that, just get alcohol, spray it maybe 6 inches away from the lashes.
Alcohol.
And spoolie, and just
Comb.
gently just comb it.
I can't go out tonight. I'm combing my eyelashes. Right? So gently combing them and turning them into something. That's really cool. Okay, that's good information to know. So you can use these up to 25 times. Now, let's get into the important stuff. Were there any animals harmed in the...
No, absolutely not.
We did not kill any animals
No.
to be beautiful, okay? We are definitely trying to make... okay, tell me about them. I call it a recycling program.
Which it is. There's many ways to make eyelashes, and even with mink in particular, there's a lot of ways. But here at Flutter Lashes, what we do is that we only collect any fur that have been shedded from a natural process.
So it's a natural shedding process, right?
Yes.
So the mink goes, I'm sick of this hair, I'm getting rid of it. Sheds it out, and then what do we go with? Like a dustpan and like collect it?
Pretty much, you're collecting it, you're sweeping it up. So what we do is we're very heavy on keeping it sterilized.
Of course.
So we sterilize it once we collect them.
Okay.
Everything, all the eyelashes are handmade, handcrafted by high professionals. It gets laid out. Once we're done with it, we go ahead and we sterilize them once again.
Okay, so that's good. Now tell me the reason why we only use shed hair that's been shed from the mink. Because it's hollow, from what I understand, right?
Yes. So with eyelashes, we've been doing for years. So we've been testing. We've been working with eyelashes and making them for so many years. And what we see is that the best way to make eyelashes is only to work on the minks and the fur that has been naturally shedded. Anything that are still intact with the mink are heavy, and they're
because there's too much moisture in it.
Moisture, protein, water. So
then you've got like a heavy lash, and it doesn't really have that bounce.
Yeah.
Okay,
so that's why we get the flutter effect.
Okay, hence the name, Flutter or Flutter. If you're from New York, it's Flutter. So it just depends on where you're from. Okay, this is really good information. So this is basically we're recycling stuff, and we're using things that are natural in order to
putting into beauty.
And we're putting it into beauty, which is a great thing. We're helping the environment, or helping the waste management problems with fur, right? So, and then it's weird. The other day, I ran out of your lashes again because I do so many photo shoots, and I didn't want to do the hotline call like, "Damn, Tony, I need lashes!" Like, stat, that's usually what I do, and then they show up like the lash fairies, and they're like, here, which is, they're so nice to me, I have to say. But I used a natural or a real human hair lash, and I hadn't used one in such a long time. It was so not cute. I was like, this is not pretty anymore. And I used to think it was amazing, And a little tidbit of information, which I don't know if you guys know, I was the originator of the Fox fur eyelashes. So if you guys want to blame anybody, again, blame me. I used them on Jennifer Lopez back at the Oscars. I want to say, I don't remember what year it was, but anyway, it's gone down in the Oscar Hall of Fame, beauty red carpet moments. And I approached Shu Uemura, who I was working with at the time while he was still alive, and I said, can you do me a favor? I need to make these eyelashes. And he was like, okay, I'll try. So he sent me like 2 or 3 versions of it, and it was kind of weird. They were like these real heavy, scary things, and it didn't work. And then finally we perfected it, and I brought them to Jennifer Lopez, and I said, hey, Jen, do you want to put these on? And she was like, yeah, okay, we'll try it. So I put them on her lashes, and I was like, oh, God. And at the time I thought Joan Rivers was going to tear me apart, and why do you have red eyelashes? I was really scared. And it wound up being one of those magical moments in Oscar history. So, I am the reason for the lashes. And then Shu Uemura then went and started producing them and said that they thought of it. And I was like, yeah, right. After poor Shu died, he wasn't even there to defend me. So that's the real story.
Yep,
you got it here first.
On the map.
Yeah, I put the mink lashes on the map. So if you want to blame anybody, it's my fault. Just put it in the inbox. Direct message me. It's your fault. Okay. So you guys are producing some lashes for me, and here's I did 2, right? This is my original one that I did with you guys, right?
Yes.
Which looks so puny next to the other ones. Look. But I have to tell you, they are dramatic, but they're not dramastic. These are extra dramatic. These are like Instagram dramatic. Right?
Yes.
These are Instamatic dramatic. Okay, so I love these lashes too, though. These are great. I used these on Christina when she did that.
The Voice.
Yeah, The Voice. I
Yeah.
did these with Lady Gaga when she did Do What You Want With My Body. That was a fun lash. And the name of that lash is
Paige.
it's Paige. One of my favorites. See, they come in a nice little sleeve and they say Paige on the side. So how much is a Paige gonna set me back? Like
$40.
$40. 40 big ones for the Paige.
But you gotta divide that at least 20 times.
So 20 times. All right. So it's $2 a wear. $2 to look hot. You could do that,
To
right?
look like Lady Gaga.
Right.
And Christina, yes.
So these are mine. These we did, and then this is the other one that I was working on, which are really cute. These are the Jenny O's, named after somebody I know very well. The Jenny O's. These are really cute, right? So I like those.
And they go like hotcakes.
Yeah, I know. Every time I'm like, "Do we have any left?" And they're like, "No, sorry." And I'm like, "All right, give me the Roxannes." See, these are the Roxannes. These are very like Roxanne. These are so pretty. I'm gonna go a little bit closer so you guys can see. How pretty are those, huh? And last but not least, we brought in these are Carla.
Which is a more natural.
Yeah, these are pretty. There's like it's like a smaller version of the Scott Barnes. So if you're really not like if you're afraid of the lash but want to get close to the lash but you kind of want to like ease into the lash, this is a good starter kit right here, Carla. Right? And then if you get a little more daring, you can go to the Scott Barnes. And then if you really want some va 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 boom, we're going into either the Roxannes, right?
Yes.
This is the Roxanne or the Paige. These are like over the top, super drama. So now that I see you have some bags here, show me what's in the bag. What's in the bag?
These are our tweezers.
Oh boy.
Some accessories for our
So tell us how we put
eyelashes.
these on properly, because this has been a debate of mine. So go ahead.
Okay, so
Give it to me.
This first tweezer that I'm gonna show you, this one is actually not available yet. This is something that we've been working on.
This is a new thing you haven't even shown me yet.
No, I'm showing you now. You're the first
Shady,
thought right now.
shady, right here,
you're
shady.
the first. So these are really pointed tip tweezers.
Let me put my glasses on. I need to see these up close and personal. You guys know I need to see with my glasses.
And why this is
Why
important
we
and
need them
be
so
part of
pointy?
our line is because
I'm scared of the pointy tweezers, and I'm a makeup artist, so.
Yeah, it's not to apply lashes, but to help you remove the eyelashes from the clear tray. 'Cause
Okay.
a lot of people, with
Can you do it for me?
nails,
Show me.
Yeah.
Turn it to the camera so everybody can see. All right, show me. We're gonna see it.
So you
Demo.
just go ahead and pick it up. Just like that.
Well, look at you. I'm in there like mangling them, and by the time they come off, they look like they've got Bell's palsy.
Yeah. So just to protect the corners of the lash. So we are
I always trim off the corners because they're a little sharp on the edge.
Yeah, they're a little longer.
So you can cut them to fit, which is nice. You want a little bit longer lashes. Better to have more and cut it off. Better to have more. Okay. So
The more the better.
yeah, that's what I say. The more the better. More lashes are better. Okay, and the other one is the butterfly wing.
Yeah, and this one.
Look at that. See, I'm very familiar with this one. This looks like a butterfly wing. If you put two of them together, they're well, they are together, but they're smashed together. So it's kind of like a dead butterfly. So these you use to put the lash on with.
To apply. Yeah.
I'm a finger person.
That works too.
See, I have a little technique that I do, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do that in another tutorial. But I do put them on in the corner, and I line up. First, I measure it, then I trim it. Measure twice, cut once. It's just like building a house. Same thing. So, another tip. I'm going to say it again. Measure twice, cut once, because you can't put it back on once you cut it off. All right? So, and then I apply the glue, and then I stick it where I want it to go, and then I take the end and let it kind of hang out a little bit. And then I can either turn it up or bring it, where you want it to land at the
And then
end.
just let it adjust.
Yeah. So then I adjust it, I force it into where I want it to be. So other people just go along the lash line. I like to do things to it and do bad things to it and make it turn up. And I have some people call me going, they text me, you didn't put it on the lash line properly. And I'm like, on purpose. Because you can change the shape of somebody's eye with a lash. If somebody's got a droopy eye, you can make it go up. So that's a good thing. But lashes are important to put on with tweezers when you're doing it on yourself, because then you can go like that, and then you can turn it and squish it around. See, and these fit really good in your hand. They're comfortable because it's got a little bit of a chub right here. This is a little thicker. So I would recommend getting these tweezers because they work well. And what adhesive do you like?
Currently, well, we've been doing it for over a year now. We actually are coming out with our own adhesive.
Yay!
Yeah.
Because I have to say, I find that with the minks, Duo doesn't work real well, and I like a product called Callus that I use a lot, which was actually, I think I have some here. Throw it in. Incoming. Okay, so this is, do you know what this is?
Yes, I heard about that.
Okay.
Yes.
This is really like, they use this glue to glue the eyelids back.
Oh.
So like if you're an Asian girl and you want a lid and you don't really have a lid, you can make a lid by gluing it and then sticking it in there like that. But is not what I use this for. I use it
Maybe
for...
we could do a demonstration on my eyes next time.
You're gorgeous.
Perfect.
Your
Ready
eyes
for
are
that.
great. So, but this lash adhesive is really good in the sense that what I like about it is that it goes on and it looks kind of opalescent, see?
Yeah, it has that.
And then it dries clear. Yeah, it's iridescent. So I find it hard to find. This isn't everywhere. I get this at Namie's, but I don't find it everywhere. So you guys are coming out with the lash adhesive, and what's it equivalent to? What's it like?
I don't know what I can compare it to. It's just what
because I
we
feel
were
like the Duo
publishing.
slides around a little bit. The
You
dry
would-
down is too long.
Yeah, for ours you would have to wait until it gets more tacky, and I think it works well just because for me it's like sometimes when I got it on my eyelid I feel like I need to adjust it so that
And
would
it
give me
slides
some
around.
time.
Like when you
Yeah.
blink, then all of a sudden it looks like you've had one too many cocktails. You're like, yeah. So that's why I like this because it sets up. See how quick that's set up? It's almost,
Yeah, and ours would be formulated just so that it could be more
the dry time's quicker
yeah, and then
and it's
the-
thinner. You're
yeah.
not using so much glue, so it doesn't get all over the place.
Yeah.
Because that's it. That seems to be what the biggest complaint is. Women come to me and they say, I have such a hard time putting on false eyelashes because when I put it on, it slides all over the place and then I got glue everywhere and I made a mess. And I was like, maybe it's the glue we're using. So I kind of pulled off a Duo myself. I do enjoy Duo for individual lashes though. Because I think you got a little playtime with that and you can adjust them and
just
move them.
lay it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's everything you need to know about lashes. This is Tam. So glad that she came here to visit me today. And get your Flutter on. I'm telling you, you guys, the best lashes in the world. So try them out. All right? And I bet you we're going to have a little link right down here that'll tell you where to get them. Okay?